Okay, it says we're live. The button is orange. Hello, everybody. This is the Bold team getting ready here for another Tuesday night hangout with everybody. We are a group of entrepreneurs, and I am just going to let everybody introduce themselves before I introduce the topic tonight. So the first one beside me is Michelle.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. Hey, I'm Michelle Eaves, affiliate marketer, and I love this topic tonight. I think branding is extremely important, and people need to understand why. So I can't wait for it. Thanks, Danny.
Okay, and next is Miss Ellie.
Oh, I didn't realize I was next. Hi, Ellie Walsh here, upstate New York. Carol is at the other end of the house, or I'm at the other end of the house of Carol. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this topic. This is a really important topic. This is what the 6- and 7-figure earners know, and they don't teach it. Just saying.
True, but we do. And the next lady in line is Miss Debbie. Deb Bennett.
That's me, right?
That's you.
I haven't been called Debbie since my family way back, but that's okay. It's good to be here tonight. This is an exciting topic. You know, a lot of times people want to brand with certain things, logos and colors and stuff like that, and while that's important, and I really like that with the graphics background, but branding is so much more than that. Actually, that's probably way down on the list of importance. So this is a great topic tonight. If you're already have a business or interested in starting a business, this is one of those foundational pieces that you need. So it's going to be great. Looking forward to it, Danny.
That's very true, Deb. And next we have Catherine from California.
Hello, everyone. It's Catherine from California, and I'm an internet marketer, and I can't wait for this topic because it is an important one, and we're all learning to brand ourselves, not the company if you're working for one. So I can't wait to hear the topic, and I'll see ya. Thanks, Danny.
Okay, Catherine. And last but not least, it's Carol.
Hi, Carol Makowski here, also from upstate New York, also an online marketer. And I think this branding is a very interesting topic because depending on what venue you're in, you hear different things about it. So I'll be interested to hear what you have to say, Danny, and what comes out of the Hangout tonight. So thank you.
Okay, and I think I forgot to introduce myself. I am Danny Kluche. I'm also an internet marketer. I'm an affiliate marketer. And we all work as a group online. We met online, all of us. Some of us have met together. And we all help each other out in our various different businesses. So tonight's topic is something that sometimes you don't learn right away. If you've been in this for a while, sometimes it takes a couple of years before you realize what it is that you need to do, and that is to brand yourself. And I don't know why, but it is one of those secrets that the 6- and 7-figure earners keep to themselves for a while, but not so anymore. We're going to teach you about branding tonight. So why it's so important and how to create your brand. Now, I have written stuff here, so I'm going to be reading from my stuff in case I'm not looking right at you guys. I am going to be referring to my notes. So what we want to convey to you is that really no company will ever teach you about branding yourself, because instead they want you to brand them. They want you to splash their name all over the place, and that is why they encourage you to do it. They teach you that way. So, like Deb said earlier, branding is not about the logo and the graphics and everything. It's about the way that you market to your particular audience, depending on, it doesn't even really matter what niche you're in. So, to market to your audience in a completely different way than what most of us start out as, you need to not be blasting the company name all over the place. That is, something, when you do this all over your Facebook wall and on your Instagram account and Twitter and all that, and I don't like picking on one company, but I'm just going to say Herbalife just because everybody knows Herbalife, right? Okay? So if you're an Herbalife rep and you've got the Herbalife shirt, the shakes, and I don't even know what other products they have. I know they have a lot of health and nutritional fitness type products, right? But if that's what you're surrounding yourself by is Herbalife, 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 then you will never be able to walk away from that without being branded as the Herbalife person. And it's kind of like an actor who plays the same role for many, many years, and then they go and play a different role, and nobody buys it. Nobody buys them in that new role because it's just not who they are. So you want to, you don't want to be doing that kind of stuff, and you don't want to be wearing all the accessories and the buttons and all that kind of stuff. That's not the way you want to bring attention to yourself. The way you want to bring attention to yourself is by not focusing on the product at all. And here's the thing, no matter what you do, no matter where you go, there you are. So you are always, always going to be the common denominator in your business. You're always going to be the constant. So it doesn't matter if you have 15 income streams. Are you going to be shouting out 15 different company names? Probably not, because it's just not practical. So the smarter thing to do is to build on your brand and brand you. If you will look at the successful 6- and 7-figure earners, generally speaking, you don't usually know what company they are representing because they don't blast it all over the place. It's something that people on the inside know, but people out there don't know what company they represent. There's a lot of big earners that I know, and that I know who they are. I have no idea what companies they're with. I have no idea, not a clue. So you have to focus on you being the constant in your business and create that brand around what you're about, okay? So when you start providing value to your market, this is when you start branding yourself. And if you start providing value on a consistent basis, some people are going to start coming to you with questions. And what I mean by that is the providing value part. So say you're in a health and wellness, and if you're smart and you're in a health and wellness, you will have a blog that will be about health and wellness. First of all, the blog is your #1 way of branding yourself. You can express yourself completely. It is your blog to do what you want with. You can be yourself. You can put on there what pleases you. And the people who are looking for your kind of stuff are going to come to you if you're not blasting the company name, but you're blasting your name all over the place. And so bringing value, let's get back to that. Bringing value to the marketplace it would be on a blog, say you're going to be talking about, maybe your company has a really great set of vitamins, and you know a lot about them. You would be smart to share that information. So make different blog posts about, what kind of benefits are you going to get if you take vitamin D? Not your company's vitamin D, but vitamin D in general. And you want to just kind of generalize around that and provide educational material that's interesting, that your readers are going to want to know more about. Okay, so it depends on what your niche is. So when you start providing that kind of value on a consistent basis through your blog, through your Facebook page, your Instagram account, whatever it is, whatever social media platform you are basing yourself on, then people start noticing you. They start to know you, they start to like you, and they start to trust you. And that's when your brand starts to get your persona gets out there ahead of you, and people start asking you questions about what you know. And they know that you know because you've been putting the information out there instead of link, 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 link all over the place. And so, that's how we all start out. We all start out, or it seems that way anyways, we seem to all start out thinking that just blasting our links out all over the place is going to get us some sales, and it just doesn't happen that way. Once you've been in this business for a while, you come to realize that is just the wrong way to market. So branding the company creates that icky feeling that visitors feel like they're being pitched when they come to your page, because it's all about the company, and everything around you is about the company. So people generally don't want to get pitched. It's not comfortable. You don't want a salesman jumping at you as soon as you walk in the door of a department store, right? Nobody wants that. It's the same with going on a Facebook page, seeing your newsfeed, and you're constantly seeing pitch, pitch, pitch about whatever products. Don't be that person. And like I said before, if you're continually going to be doing that, pitching your product, you're going to be known as that, insert your company name here, person, whatever the company name is. And you don't want to do that either, because if you ever decide to change, and a lot of us do, a lot of us either change or we add on new income streams. And when that happens, if you go to make that switch, it's just not going to look good. So all of this branding for the company is nothing but more exposure for the company, because they don't really care who you are. I mean, they do to some extent, but they're not really caring that you're not, that your page isn't about you. They want it to be about their company, as much as possible. So what does branding you do for you? Well, branding you creates a steady stream of targeted customers, clients, prospects, whatever type of business you're in, whether it's product, service, whatever it is. So when you're putting that value out there, you're getting people that are coming to you because they know you're the go-to person for that particular thing. Branding you provides you with leadership opportunities. You can be asked to speak at different events, and so on. It provides you with credibility in your particular niche, and when you're putting out good content all the time and you're connecting with people, you get recognition for your work, and there's a higher perceived value in somebody who is branding themselves rather than branding the company. It looks more professional. It really does. So a few tips to help you brand yourself, and I'm sure the ladies are probably going to help me on this too. One is to build on your own strengths. If you are good at writing, blogging is your thing. Then write a great blog. If writing isn't so much your thing, but you want to have a blog, then at least commit to doing a blog a couple of times a week, just to have some content that you're putting out there. So maybe instead of a writer, maybe you're a video person. You know, we all like doing videos because they're fast, and well, everybody likes watching a video than reading, more so than reading. So if video is your strong point, work on creating some really great videos, okay? Work on your strengths. This is one thing that Gary Vaynerchuk talks about too, is the fact that he tends to ignore his weaknesses and build on his strengths. And I think that's really good advice, because you need to acknowledge what your weakness is. First of all, you have to come out and acknowledge what your weaknesses are before you can build on your strengths, okay? So the next thing about this is you have to be authentic. You have to be you. You can't go out there trying to be somebody you are not. If you're not a rock star professional internet marketer, then don't tell people that that's what you are. You need to stay authentic within the game so that you're not always chasing your tail. And starting a blog and creating interesting content for your audience, I had already mentioned that. Now you want to create and share content that's going to hit on the pain points that your customers, clients, prospects have. But don't be hitting on them unless you got a solution for them, okay? But be the person who provides the solutions to a lot of their pains. And the way you find this out is by going in and talking to people. Go into groups and join discussions that are going on, and put comments in there, certainly not negative comments, but put comments in there, start discussions up with people about what their problems are in their business, and look and see if you can provide solutions. And if you can, awesome, that's great. So affiliate yourself also with leaders and influencers in your market. Get to know them, talk to them, ask them questions. That's what they're there for. I used to be a person who never ever went near the leaders. I looked at their pages and that was it. I didn't make any comments. I didn't do any likes or anything because I was, I guess, sort of intimidated. And I think a lot of people are. But the thing of it is, you have to remember that these guys are leaders because they want to be. They want to help you in your business. They want to help you grow your business just like they've grown their business. So reaching out to them is a good thing. Surrounding yourself with these leaders and influencers and learning what they do and interacting with them is going to grow your business quite a lot. Find ways to help other people, get involved, volunteer, connect people with each other. Connect, if you know somebody who is who does something that somebody else needs, connect those two people. Introduce them to each other. And, eventually you're growing your network by doing that. You're not just connecting for yourself, you're connecting for other people. So I have an infographic from Ray Higdon, and it is about the A. We say Z in Canada, so I'm going to say Z. I know you guys say A to Z, but we say Z. So A to Z infographic on branding. You're going to see Michelle laughing. She just loves the Canadian point of view here. So anyways, that is kind of a little synopsis on what branding is all about and how you can bring it into your business, how you should be bringing it into your business. And I'm sure somebody here has some stuff to say. I'll put that infographic up shortly in the chat. Who's up?
Yeah, I'd like to say just a couple of things here. When I was thinking about the topic earlier today, I knew what you were going to speak on. You had mentioned it. A couple of things came to my mind. First of all was the cowboys who used to brand their cattle. And I can go back even further than that, a couple of centuries ago. I don't know just when it began, but when people sent correspondence to one another, they would seal it on the back with some wax, and then they had something that would imprint it, either their initial or their symbol or whatever, so that people, the recipients, would know that where it was coming from. And as far as the cattle are concerned, this way somebody could always identify which rancher a particular cow belonged to by the brand. So identification being the key word here in both instances. Excuse me, that is the point that you made very clearly, Danny, about people being identified, wanting to be identified with whatever it is that they're putting out there. So yeah, identification is a big thing there. And as you mentioned also, the purpose of branding is to attract people to you. And also later on, many of us begin to develop our own products, and branding ourselves early on makes it easier for us to promote our own products as we develop them and come out with them. And finally, I just will add one exception. The particular company that we're all affiliated with is big on branding. It's probably one of the only ones, or one of the few ones, because they have no stake in us promoting their company per se, since they have educational tools. So they teach us a lot about branding and really drive home how important that whole thing is in terms of expanding your business and developing your business. So just wanted to make those points. So thank you, Danny.
Well, I'm going to jump in.
I know, I muted. Excellent,
all,
Carol. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. What was that Canadian word she said?
I said Z. I said A to Z because we don't say Z.
So when you say the alphabet, you don't say Z?
No, we say Z. It's A to Z. And that group that you guys have down there that you call ZZ Talk, we call it ZZ.
That's interesting. Well, so I want to jump on. This is a very good topic. This is the reason, one of the biggest reasons people don't make it online, because they do end up branding themselves like a damn cattle, like a company. Some of them have so many damn brands all over them, from jumping from company to company, you know, and it's confusing. It is. And I mean, and we're talking about links and all. I mean, you know, and now we're in the other end of you're not even learning how to market. So let's take that away and say you do know how to market and you're not throwing links all over. Still, if you don't brand everybody that's watching this live with us today or on the replay, from this point on, I want you to go now, and all those 6- and 7-figure earners you know, go to their Facebook page and go watch them. Now, I'm not telling you they don't talk about the company they're in. They don't do that until they've reached a certain level, until they've already branded themselves. They brand themselves, here's the ticket, as the go-to person. That's who you want to be branding yourself as. So, you know, and you talked about several examples, and it's true. I mean, if you're in health and wellness and, you know, maybe you're selling vitamins or what have you, brand yourself as somebody that knows about health or knows about vitamins or knows about, you know, and I think that word, I think people back up from this when we say you got to give value, and then they go, oh, I ain't got no value. They freak out. You know, I'm brand new. What the hell do you mean? You know, how to do a blog, and what value do I have? And so, I mean, so the question to that is, there's a question I have for you, and that is, are you learning about your product and learning about your market, that marketplace, the people that you're trying to sell to? Maybe that's the biggest mistake right off. People think everybody wants these blue and green vitamins, okay? Everybody wants them, and everybody don't want them, okay? And if you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. We just heard that again the other day. It's a huge truth. If you're marketing to everybody, you're marketing to nobody. So are you investing in yourself and learning how to target the people so you can get your information in front of the right people? And if you are learning, you have something to teach. So you have value. You know, some of the brand new people, I always say, start to talk about your journey as a brand new person in internet marketing. That's huge. People will follow that. People identify with that. So people want to know that, you know. And you talked about the reasons. You know what? Don't be branding a company because they can go out of business tomorrow. And I laugh when people go, not my company, and then they're gone. You know, a lot of network marketing companies are in and they're out. It's just the way it goes. They can change their pay plan. This has happened to Carol and I. And your business ends. It's like, oh, we were making money. Oh, we're not making money anymore. In a day. We got up one morning, we weren't making money anymore. So, you know, and we had not yet learned to really brand ourselves, but kind of by default, we had been. And that was a savior for us. So take it from me. I know what I'm talking about. All right? We are ready. We're kind of known in the internet marketing field. And that was really, you know, to our advantage. And like Carol was saying, you know, the system we're with, it would benefit if they taught us to brand them, but it's not who they are, okay? The system was created to teach you how to brand you and how to promote a network marketing company, MLM companies, your own affiliate products, your own products and services, even teaches people how to promote a brick and mortar business, you know, and branding you doing that. I don't know of who else teaches that. So when we stepped there and we had it a little bit, that brought us to, to a whole nother level. And I love when you talked about be authentic, because that's the other thing you see people do. They come in and they go, oh, okay, I'm going to brand me, that I'm the rich, internet marketer. And like, you don't got 14 cents in your pocket, okay? And that's cool. A lot of us started there. I ain't making fun of that, So stop. You don't need to tell people you only have 14 cents in your pocket, but they go and they get in front of flashy cars and crap. It's like, stop. Value is, maybe that's part, or what really is value, is being authentic and being in integrity. Okay, that's truly value. Instead of, and we see it, the bullshit, I have to say it, the bullshit, okay, that just people throw out there. And you step aside and you immediately differentiate yourself when you stop playing that game. And I know it's hard to do because you're watching some people that right now at this moment they're making money. And that can happen. But in the long term, they don't have a business because they're not branding themselves and because they're not being in integrity. They're making a few bucks. So are you going to give up your reputation and your chance really at branding yourself and your authenticity and your integrity for a few bucks? That's a question you have to answer. I answered mine already. So thank you. This is a great topic. I could go on with this, so I'll be quiet.
I'll jump in. Okay, so the spammer, the fake guy, the salesman, the vitamin person, those are all brands. And, one of my favorite things when I think of branding is, let's say you put your name out there, like the company name, like Herbalife. You spread, poor Herbalife. You spread that company name all over your Facebook page, everywhere. What do you think the first thing somebody's going to do when they see you're with Herbalife, if they don't know what it is? They're going to go Google it. They'll find bad comments about the company, and that'll be it for them. They won't be looking any further, or they'll find somebody who knows how to market better than you do. So, that's one of the major things why I tell people that you need to brand yourself. But it's also everything that Danny said and Carol said and Allie said, and it's just very important for you and if you want to build a business, because it's not like you're an employee of the company. Okay, you may be a rep, but that doesn't mean that they're paying your salary. You're out there building a business for you, and I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that, other than they're not your employer. You need to build a business for you and your family, and so branding yourself is the most important way to do it. And you may be a rep out there for Herbalife or for whatever other company. It's hot here. But that doesn't mean that just because you're a rep for them that you want them to profit instead of you. And yeah, definitely. I mean, if you want to, I know I'm not being coherent tonight. I'm sorry. If you want to have products out there eventually, you're going to want to have a brand that people are going to trust already. You don't want to have to learn how to brand yourself when you create a product. That's too late. So, it's going to depend on your goals, your business goals. It just is.
That's a really good point. That is a really good point. It's too late to brand yourself if you're waiting until you're building your products, your own products. That's an excellent point.
Oh yeah, definitely. It takes time. It takes a lot of time to brand yourself. So, thanks, Danny.
Well, I'll jump in just real quick. This is a great topic, and what I want to talk about just a little bit is before I came into the online world, I can talk about this because it's always so vivid, and I was in this industry for 25 years, so I have a lot of knowledge in it. But we were talking about the printing industry, but the biggest thing that I had to decide when I went into that is what problem can I solve for my clients? So their issue was, how do I get our message printed on paper and distributed to convey our message? Sometimes I'd be involved in the design of it, and sometimes I would just be involved in actually getting that task done. So in that, my job was to find all of the different suppliers, companies that I might associate with, that would provide those products that my customer might need, so I could be the go-to person for them. So I was branded as their printer. Did I own a printing press? Not at that time. I have, but not at that time. Did I actually run the press? Again, I have, but not at that time. But still, they called me their printer because I solved that problem for them. Now, I would go out and research the different companies that I wanted to do work with based on what service they could provide to me, which would make me a better go-to person. And that's the way that you have to brand yourself in any type of online business, is figure out what problem that you can solve. What is your natural strength in solving a particular problem? Because chances are there'll be other people who solve that problem too, but no one will solve it the way you do. So you're very unique in that. But the first thing is, for me, in this online business, I came into it as a life coach, so there were lots of topics that I would talk about, and that was always driven by the particular customer that I had. Did they want to talk about business? Did they want to talk about life? Did they want to talk about relationships? So I had to be kind of open to all of those, but now as I want to narrow that focus and talk to people specifically about understanding the basics of getting their online business going, I have to kind of refine how I want to brand myself and start talking about those topics in a way that only I can talk about those. And then know that in attraction marketing, which we believe too, you'll start attracting the people who like your message, and you will become that go-to person for them. So it still is about you, because you want them to call you, whether they need training in social media, whether they need a vitamin, whether they need a whatever. You want them to call you because they trust you. So hopefully that'll help. But I think just finding your strength, just like Danny was talking about earlier, finding your strength and then figuring out, okay, I have this strength, so what problem do I solve? And then you kind of go to, well, who has that problem? And that'll lead you into the right people. So hopefully it'll help.
Yeah, that's really good. That's excellent. You got something to say there, Catherine?
Hi, it's Catherine, and yes, I agree. Can you hear me? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I agree with what everybody said, and what I have to say is to brand yourself by being you. Don't try to be somebody else. Because you probably have a lot of value to bring to the online market. So you be yourself, and you bring your value, what you have to bring to other people, and then that'll help put yourself out as put yourself out there, and that's all I have to say. So yeah, so just brand yourself by being yourself. Don't try to be somebody like some six-figure big earner unless you've really done it. Unless you're there already. So that's what I have to say.
That's excellent. Thank you, Catherine. Does anybody else want to jump back in? I know, Ellie, you have a lot to say about branding.
No, everybody just gave so much good information here today.
Mm-hmm.
I think what happens is you don't even realize this if you get in like a network marketing company or an MLM, because they're teaching you to brand them. They are. Don't get mad at them, folks. They're in business. They're branding their own business, okay? And you're a distributor, and they want you to brand them. So they would much prefer if you talk about their products. And it's not that you can never talk about a product and talk about the benefits of the product. Nobody's telling you, oh my God, be afraid to say the business name. You know, that's not what it is at all. But if you're just branding yourself as that ABC person, okay, that's the way people start to think of you. If you brand yourself as the go-to person for weight loss, or the go-to person for health and wellness, or the go-to person for internet marketing, or then even niche down within that, or the go-to person for SEO in marketing, or the go-to person about Snapchat, whatever, okay? And I like to be the go-to person as much as I can be. And I think you're the one who hit on it even, Danny, when, you know, don't be afraid of telling people, I can't really help you with that. Go talk to so-and-so. You've just done yourself a favor. You were the go-to person for them, okay, and so-and-so is going to remember that you referred them to somebody. So people get into this and they get crazy and they get like, oh, you know, we're all competing. And you don't need to compete. You don't need to compete. If you brand you, you don't need to compete. If you are selling XYZ, whatever the hell it's called, product, okay, the Canadian product, then
That was good.
you know, if that's all you're selling, then you know that's you're stuck there. You're stuck there.
Yeah.
But if you brand you as, oh no, I don't got it, but I can get the answer for you. That's you. That's the other thing. Go, holy crap, I need to know the answer for everything. You know, we did summer camp last night, and for people that are brand new, starting out, learning how to brand themselves, okay? And we were all, a lot of us, all of us were there last night, and I'm going through this, and then I'm like, oh crap, I forgot how to do this. Yeah, I wasn't afraid to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did. I don't have to do this portion that often. Actually, it was set up. You only have to do it once. And so, you know, I had these folks here, like, kind of talking me through it. Okay, we'll figure this one out. And I'm not afraid of that. There was a time, I know, that would have freaked me out. Okay, that would have freaked me out. Like, I don't have the answer, and I need to have all the answers. That's crazy. Here it is. It's like, oh crap, I forgot how to do this. I'll find out. We'll come back next week. That's what you could say.
And you have more integrity. There's more integrity in saying that, too, because if you were to just try and stumble through that and go, I know everything. I know how to do this. I can figure it out. I don't want them to know that I don't know. Then you're going to look stupider. Really and truly.
You're going to find out, okay? And you build a better relationship, which is really the outcome of branding you. And you make people at ease. They're like, oh, she's a real person. As a matter of fact, I said that last night. Look, we're real people here, okay? We're not stuffy. We're just real people. So, and we talk in real people talk, okay? And all of us say some funny words. So she calls it 8 to 10 or what have you. I say coffee, and they make fun of me. So, you know, it's just like, be real, be you. Look it, if you're not investing in you and learning anything new about the market, well, then you probably ought to be scared, okay? Because that is a continual. Because it's part of your journey. You should always be learning. And as long as you're always learning, you always have something to give. They go, oh, well, somebody else taught it. So what? You know, sometimes you have to hear something 74 and a half times, and then it goes click, and it was the way that person said it.
That's exactly right. Yes.
So it's not about, oh, I can't talk about making videos. Are you crazy? Of course you can. You know, you're giving your perspective on it. You're giving what you do. You're giving how you learn to do it. So that it's just so important, and that builds your business. But you should be investing in you. Absolutely. People that, you know, and I've talked to some people this last few weeks, and the first question is, how much does it cost? You know, when we were talking about, you know, an investment, in their business for their future. That is a telltale sign for me. All right, that if you're not willing, now look at, I get it that if I told you it was $74,000 or even $740, you might go, ooh, all right, and which it was nowhere near that. But if you have to at least be open to know, okay, that you're going to invest in your education and in your business. It's a journey. Now, look, I'm not telling you to sign a paper to join something and we'll tell you the price later. Don't do that, okay? So I'm not saying never ask the price. When somebody first says to you something about, and I have this, and do you want to look at that? And they go, how much does it cost? Go, okay, I didn't say this, but I do know that person's still not ready. They still don't have the self-confidence to invest in themselves. So, just whatever, brand you. I'm quiet.
Does anybody else have anything more to add to the branding scene tonight? No? Okay. Well, I think...
let me just throw out one more thing here, if I may, Danny. I belong to a few blog syndication groups, and it's very interesting what's come out from this group, because after being in these groups, these syndication groups for a while, you get to know what each one is doing to a point. Some of them buy their blog because they've got it smeared all over their blog, what company they're with, what product it is that they're selling, and what have you. Other people, I know them, and I know they're doing well, but I don't have a clue what company they're affiliated with.
Isn't that interesting, eh?
And, yeah, it is. So, it just speaks to the branding issue. So, I don't know. I found that cool.
But Carol, I bet you know what problem they solve, even though you don't know what company. Exactly.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, they all have a flavor to them. Some are more into the personal development kind of thing to help build your confidence and what have you. Other people are more into the, here's how 3 steps for, making a great video or whatever, so you know that they're great videographers. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Good point. Thanks, Deb.
Yeah, I was very surprised to find out. Now, I'm not going to mention the company, but I was very surprised to find out that a company that I am involved with was when one of the, how they send out magazines to give you the leadership updates and all that. Eric Worre was in this company magazine. I went, whoa, I'm in the same company as Eric Worre. That was pretty cool. But I never, ever would have known that otherwise. Not a clue. Not a clue. But anyway, so that is our session on branding you. I hope you have taken some lessons from this and that you will brand yourself instead of the company that you're representing, because it's only going to benefit you and the people that are going to become your customers, your prospects, your clients. So in closing, I just want to say thank you for joining us tonight, and come back every Tuesday night. There is our comment page. I forgot to mention that you can go over to the comment page and ask questions, but the questions and we answer any questions throughout the week. The Hangout is going to be on there all week long, and that is it for tonight. Am I forgetting anything, Ellie? I really feel like I'm forgetting something in closing tonight. Help me out here. She went away.
Here's the deal. If you really want to learn how to brand yourself, like I said, Carol and I, we kind of learned just by watching, and we kind of got it to some degree handed to us. All right. Well, because of the results we were getting, and so we got a little bit noticed. And then when we stepped into the system that all of us right here work, besides doing the other streams of income that we do, That's when we really learn to brand ourselves. So if you're doing something else, and I happen to believe, even if you're not right now, if you're looking and you're not sure what to do and you want to lay a foundation and learn how to brand you, you need to get back in touch with the person who invited you here. Don't freak out. I know I said $74,000. That was not about this. And it was a made-up number anyways. Okay, so get back with the person that invited you here, whether you're watching this live or you're watching the replay, and they'll answer your questions. And find out if it's a fit for you. That, because it might not be, and they'll tell you that too.
That's true.
Okay.
That's true. Well, thanks again for joining us. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye for now, guys.
Bye.